It's been a long time coming, but still I'm on smash. Never no breaks, I'm giving them all gas. Living for today, middle finger to pass. Also give it to the ones who thought I wouldn't last. Fake ass friends, never been family. The more I make moves, the more these niggas can't stand me. Smile in my face, but knowing they wanna ban me. Make up any lie so niggas could try to hand me. Tell it to the pen and telling it to the streets. But nigga, I'm in tune with the pen in the streets. No room for defeat when you facing a real low. I ride by my lonely so I see behind the smoke. Can't wash one hand without washing the other. Cause I'm a real keeper and my motherfucking brother's point guard of the streets. Some plays I had to change up.
Oh, get that good stretch. Whew.
Oh, man.
Top of the evening, top of the afternoon.
What's up,
Tuned
y'all?
in Eastside Radio with Bam and Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Yeah, man. How was your weekend?
Man, it was cool, man. Was out late last night, man. I'm a little tired, but we made
You was
it,
out
man.
late or you got kicked out?
Nah, man, you know, every time I...
Yo, motherfucker could be like, oh, I was out late. Nigga, you was out late, all right. You got
Nah.
kicked out.
Nah, man, you know,
Snuck back in.
we always, man, you know, one of them late nights, man.
Yeah. Don't dwell too much on it.
But,
Might not be able to get in again. Nah. But no, I know what you said because I had one of them last night too. Drinking a little bit, and drinking and talking, man.
that's what it's about, man.
You start reminiscing on stuff and then talking about future endeavors, and you look up, shit. That 30 minutes you was supposed to leave a long time ago
Man.
and turned into 5 hours. And then you got to get on the road and drive another hour.
You have to get that cold air hitting you in the face.
Oh, that shit don't do nothing for me, man.
Nah, it
I don't
make
know
you go
what.
to sleep.
I don't know what. Hey, man, sleep will kick your ass when you tired. Hey,
You tired.
hey, man, your body will fight off anything. I don't give a damn if it's. I think the only thing that'll probably keep me up is odor.
Yeah.
For motherfucker funky around me. So shit.
Or some hot breath.
If your ass stink around me and
Oh,
I'm
my
sleepy, I
God.
think that's the only way I'm gonna stay up.
You
I
can't
done-
go to sleep.
I done nodded off a few times. Hey, man, that shit be scary sometimes. You know you got a little distance to drive to.
Yeah, I've done that a
Oh,
few
man,
times.
motherfucker be in that motherfucker getting that nod on, or you hear the little divider, boo, 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 that wake you up for like another mile.
Yeah, man, I done dozed off and
Nah.
let's say so-and-so 2 miles, and then you done passed that. You like, have I been driving sleep for 2 miles?
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, practice safe driving. But no, it's just, sometimes you could be ripping and running so much, and once you sit in that seat and you stable in that seat, man, your body just start winding down.
Right.
I don't-
Fatigue.
People say they drink coffee to stay like that shit never worked for
Yeah, I
me.
think, yeah.
That rolling the window down shit, man. I even did some crazy shit before. Slapped myself. That shit didn't do nothing but piss me off. But I was still sleepy.
Oh,
hey,
man.
I'll tell you, I think I was with my brother one time, man, and fucking he knocked out over there. He been smoking and shit and drinking, so he ain't gonna be of no
Yeah.
good use to driving. We coming back from fucking Hesperia.
Oh my God.
I'm like, fuck, man.
You gotta get that rest.
Hey, man, you want to sleep in your shit. I don't want to spend the night at nobody house. I want to sleep in my shit,
home. Yep, get
my
my own
bed,
bed. Yep.
because it's going to always be something wrong with somebody else's house.
You ain't lying.
Fuck that. I'm picky when it come to that. Motherfucker give you a blanket. Then it be cold as a motherfucker, too. They give you a blanket. It's spots on the motherfucker. You like, you know what, man? I'm cool. I'm going to just be cold. Fuck
Might
the
have a funny
bullshit.
smell to it.
Like,
Blanket got a funny smell to it.
But you notice that certain people's houses smell like they car.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
hey, if you got an odor to you, that's from your household. You can put some cologne on. You be like, damn, man, hold on. Then when you go to their house, you see, oh, okay, that's up in here.
where
That's
that smell came
that's
from.
where it is.
Yeah,
It
shit.
smell like back alley
Oh
dog.
my God. Man.
Certain people be killing me with that, man. You can't. I don't care what you do. You can't go to work 12 hours out of the day, 10 hours, 8 hours out of the day, sweating. Come home and think a new pair of clothes and some cologne is gonna freshen up. You
knock
got
that
to get
funky
your
ass
ass in the shower.
Get your funky ass in the shower.
If you don't know that you need to go dip,
Man.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like, hold on, you just got off work and you finna just go straight and change. You got here too fast.
And then go back out.
And then they don't, I'm like, man, that the cologne, and then they'll try to drape themselves in it.
Man, come on, man.
Like, look here, homie. Even when people be smoking, smoke. I don't know why they thought, you could spray something over it. Once it's already in your garments, it's there.
Then that smell is in your pores.
Oh man, but they kill me with that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna spray this on. Like, I think you really are high. You are loaded if you think you finna get rid of this smell. Yeah. And then the thing is, they'll smoke before they finna. It could be, somebody going to, you going to meet the female parents or something. Motherfucker, you smoking before you go out with your girl and her folks, and then I'm gonna just go get some cologne, spray this. That ain't about to do shit.
I don't even understand why people think that's gonna work, man.
Man, it's some dumb trucks out here sometimes. I guess they just gotta have it. Exactly. Like they gotta smoke a cigarette or do something. But nah, that shit just funny. But yeah, I had a cool weekend though. It's winding down. It's even with a lot going on. One of the young homies got killed over about a week ago.
Sorry to hear that, man.
D. It's a lot going on in these streets, man. It's really a lot going on in these streets, and this
too much.
This social, it's the social media shit, man. Everybody. I mean, if you live in that lifestyle, and everybody always say it about certain people, like, oh, well, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. Now, this young dude, literally, he didn't bang, he wasn't no banger at all. Just had a son, just had a kid and everything, and just wrong place at the right time. It was 4 people that got shot actually.
Oh,
that whole knew all of them. 4 got shot, but he got killed.
Oh man.
Just over senseless activities, man. It's like, you live in a certain lifestyle, you doing certain things, your whereabouts and everything you doing ain't supposed to be broadcast.
It's true.
And certain people they doing that all spectrums of the cities, whether it's Compton, LA, Watts, Long Beach. I mean, I guess people living the drugs is taking over too.
Yeah, you're right.
These drugs is taking over. Drugs taking over to the point to where I guess they really feel like, shit is just a game. So, when the drugs get in their system, they forget that you said fuck this person and fuck that person. You ain't got no type of weapon on you, and I'm not, promoting or advertising that you should. But if you live in a certain lifestyle, you should be prepared for what's going to come with it, or at least be prepared that you putting a certain energy out there. Be prepared when that energy introduces itself to you.
That's true.
I mean, if you gon' fight fire with fire, don't have a match when that fire come at you. It's going to be too late for you to strike yours.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes be throwing rocks at tanks, man.
Well, and a lot of things, man, which goes into what we gonna speak on today is people staying in their own lane.
Exactly.
And a lot of actions, countless actions, jeopardize innocent people.
That's true.
Whatever it is you do, that's why they always the respect and just you respecting your peers, you respecting, the people, the core members of people that you hang around. If it's your top 5, it's your top 5. But you got certain individuals that gang bang, but it's not that they part-timing or nothing like that. Certain people just have respect for different individuals. Yeah, you might be a banger, but that don't mean you got to bang with this, because that's not their lifestyle. They accept you for who you are. That don't mean you bring your lifestyle around them. They respecting you. They knew you before that, so, okay, you could be a different individual with them. That's why sometimes I get, when a story hit the news, it's different sides of a person, because, it's a certain side that certain people just won't see. Oh, this person, he was real nice. He didn't Yeah, because he still was respectable and mannerable to not bring that around y'all. He respected y'all enough not to have that around y'all, not to bring that heat towards y'all way. But when he was on his own, he do what he do.
Exactly.
And like I say, I'm not saying it's right, but I can respect those that do that. You don't bring something around somebody that don't allow that or don't want that type of lifestyle. I mean, it's
That's true.
It's just not right. It's not respectable. It's not respectable at all. But as far as now, people staying in their own lane, I just don't. I think everything is so crowded right now. Everything is crowded. Everything is crowded, and my thing is, it's crowded down there too, huh?
My stomach.
Damn.
Stomach growling, man.
I don't understand what's so hard for people to understand the strength in numbers. I don't get it by far, but opportunities could be, if it's not for you, don't take that position. Don't take that position, especially if you're not the man or woman for that position.
Exactly.
Whatever it may be. If you got some people around you, but I ain't even gonna say around you, you have the tools and the means to go find people that can better fill that position. Then that means you creating your own position right there in itself. It's everybody want to do everything. You want to have 5 hats. At the end of the day, you only gonna see the hat that's on your head right now. I could wear many hats, but you only gonna see the one that's on top. Exactly. That's the only hat you gonna see. I could wear 12 hats, but at the end of the day, the hat that's on top, that's visible, that's the only one you gonna see.
I think a lot of times people are not doing it from the heart. They're doing it for attention. And I know quite a few people that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but don't have any clue of what they really doing.
Exactly.
But they get people around them. They know how much to say to give another person the impression that they know what they're doing.
Right.
And I think that's you setting yourself up and your team for failure. These dudes don't have a clue. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Send me your music. You know what? I'll put this together. To say that they put it together. But at the end of the day, they have no knowledge of what they're doing. Find what you do best and stay in that lane. Don't try to do 50 other things that you don't have no clue of what you're doing. And if you don't know anything about nothing you're doing, find the one that you want to really learn about and then stay in that position, man. Because I get tired of hearing people, oh, yeah, man, we doing this, we putting that together. Or so-and-so, he's the one putting everything together. Who? And they say the person's name. I'm saying, what? Are you serious?
But everybody wants to. That's because that certain individuals wants to hold a title just to say I'm this or I'm that. Like everything is entitlement.
Exactly.
Everything is entitlement. Oh, I'm the big homie, or I'm OG this, or I'm the supervisor, I'm the manager. Exactly. People want that title just to say, oh, I got that title. But once the responsibilities come in, okay, you gotta, as a supervisor, you have to supervise this crew. Then on top of you supervising this crew, you are held accountable for that crew's actions because you are supposed to be setting the tone. How could you set a tone for a position that you never filled? And that's what's going on with whether it's the industry, entertainment, just life, period. You being put in a position because of who you affiliate with or who you know or whatever realm it is, you being thrown in this position that you haven't even fulfilled yet. But you over a crew or you over an individual, however it may be, or you supposed to lead. You know what I mean? You can't lead if you never follow because you ain't gonna know how to lead. And it's not saying that you are a follower. You just have to be a student to the game. But nowadays, when you talk to people, it's the I know everything. Yep. You know everything. Well, why the fuck you ask so many questions? If you look at all the people that know everything in certain conversations, they asking, they know everything to the people that they talking to because they know the ones they talking to don't know nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
But they don't know that if them ones that really don't know nothing knew that when they left their site, They was calling the motherfucker, how do you do this?
Exactly.
Can I get this done? How do you get this done? They'll be like, damn, I thought you knew what you was talking about. But you still getting schooled, making me think you the shit at what you do.
What they need to start doing, just the basic questions and put these clowns on blast. Get the asking, okay, we got this on this. Why isn't it copywritten? Why didn't we fill out any split sheets? Well, how are they selling my music on iTunes and I ain't never wait a minute. They don't even know where the money is going. And I see individuals promoting songs like, hey, go to iTunes and get my song. And how are you going to get paid for that song?
Right.
You need to, I encourage these guys. I don't care who it is, man. If it's somebody you putting in charge of your careers, start asking questions. Like, why are we going in the studio recording and we ain't fill out no split sheets? Why are we going in the studio and nobody's telling us, or nobody that's representing us telling us to copyright the music?
Okay, no, right. Now, when we get back, what I want to know is that the artist, is that who represents them, or who's in charge of them, or the label, whatever entity it is, who's to be held accountable for that when we get back on Eastside Radio.
Eastside Radio.
Grinding like this. Grinding like this.
See, I ride like a SS. When school's in session, I'm popular with the best dress. I ain't just hood. When I step out, I stay fresh. This underground music, I know I'm one of the bees. Fix they mirrors and pump they brakes, cause they tryna watch every fucking move I make. Just stay out my way, I hit the hole like the bus. Retire, look in the eyes of the distrust. I ain't no fool, loose lips, sink ships. Got a lockdown on my hustle like vice grips. City by the sea, still a city full of crips. And the haters can't stand that I roll like this. Two finger stroll like this. And everywhere I go it's black and gold like this. Hit you with a fist with my deuced out demeanor. You better be prepared when you're stepping in my arena. So I gotta let you know
Grinding like this. Grinding like this.
Cold game when you're in it, man. The ones who talk it, they really ain't about their business, man. I don't just talk it, I walk it, I live it. Post a nigga up without switching up on my pivot. Point guard of the streets, I cherish it like Gizzo. Bitch niggas foul me, I make it up at my free throws. Wanna play the game? Well, I play to win. Call yourself grown men full of estrogen, cause of the bitchy ass ways and the things bitches say. Come out your mouth and you're thinking it's okay. See, I ride like this for a purpose. Shut that shit down, have your ass clocking out, not working. Hit you where it hurt in your pockets. Ain't no supporting your movement, so you really need to stop it. Grind, hustle hard for the profit. Everywhere I go, this Long Beach, so it ain't no stopping it. That's why I let you know
And we're back. Eastside Radio.
What's up, y'all?
So, back to what you were saying now. I mean, because you was driving a point.
Yeah.
You was driving in. You was about to land. You was about to land the plane, you know? So, as you landing, who do we give that responsibility to? Is that the artist's responsibility, or is that the artist's representation responsibility? Is that they, who's ever in charge of they, legal documentation, which of course that's a manager or whatnot, or just somebody that's, close and dear to the business that know about it and know them, or is that the label? Like who do you put that blame on to not knowing?
Okay, that's just when you're in the process of building something, you put a team together. So I think the mistake that a lot of these artists are doing, they putting, going into situations without knowing who the team members and the team members' positions. You know, like me, if we put a team together, I know what role I play. I'm a manager, and I look out for the best interests of the artist. And I got a few skills in other things, but my main thing is to make sure I would be the one that would probably be designated to make sure that their stuff is copywritten, or, you know, like what the team that we have right now. I play a position. We got another guy to play a position, and we got this person to play that position. So we know, okay, if the artists need this and that falls under my category, I take care of that. I think the mistake that a lot of these artists do, they let people tell them certain things, and they don't know that person is unknowledgeable of that thing. And so when it comes time for those things to be taken care of, it's not taken care of because they didn't ask questions. They ain't putting the right team together. So me personally, if you have a manager, and the manager's role is to make sure this is done, that's who you designate to do it. Now, if you have an A&R, say you got an independent situation or you got a production team, and this person is in charge of getting beats, this person is in charge of pulling these people together, then the people that are being pulled together need to ask that person what his position is. And if he say, okay, I'm going to make sure your stuff is copywritten, I'm going to make sure your stuff is encoded, then you know that's the person you ask. Right. But a lot of these cats they letting this person claim a position and claim to have knowledge and don't know nothing. And what I don't understand, how are you giving this person that position and then you got music all over social media, on digital platforms, and no business is taken care of. So you can't get mad at the person that put it together. You can't get mad at the so-called A&R, the producer, or whoever, because you are allowing this foundation to be, this stuff to be built with no foundation. I call it building shit on quicksand, but it's so many artists that's anxious to get on, and they'll let a person, I'm dealing with so-and-so, and they take that as goal and like, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, you got music on a digital platform, not copywritten, no split sheets with multiple people on it. I don't care if it's a group or individual, you ain't got no split sheets. So when it's come times for a licensing company or somebody that show interest in that song, then you got to backstep. That stuff should have been done. So now you backstepping and rushing to get all this stuff taken care of when it's certain individuals that's lying and having these titles that don't know they're really messing up a situation.
True. And you got to look at it like this too. A lot of people, they want to do it for what's now, what's for face value. Exactly. If it's that whole I call it the educated versus uneducated syndrome. But how could you distinguish who's educated and who's non-educated? Just because a person got a suit and tie on, that mean that's educated? Then the person that look a little bummy, that's speaking intelligently, more intelligent than the person that has the look, you will go with the look before you go with the intelligence. Exactly. See, and a lot of people right now, that's what they doing. Like, nobody respects the knowledge right now. They respect the money. Money is for anybody. It come and go. Money doesn't have any value to it. It don't have any value to it at all. It doesn't have any worth. But that's what we all, we consume that in our life to where, okay, I need money, I need this, I need that. But what you really need is a plan to be successful. But no, I'm gonna try to do this to outshine these individuals who I feel been doing it anyway. So I'm gonna go on here. You see a lot of it. Like, I look at a lot of even the rappers. Like, okay, if you rapping because you really want to rap and this is your craft, do that. Don't lash out at people on social media. It's like, oh, watch, I'm going to bubble on you niggas and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do. Exactly. So what are you really doing it for? Because you're not supposed to really be focused on the next nigga, man, woman, female, however you look at them. You're not supposed to be worried about what they think about you or what they view of you as. And that's what's going on. That's why when a person's, I tell anybody this every day. You can fool yourself all you want to, but you can't fool the people, because the people sitting there watching your ass, and you sitting there. All right. I'm next to this known artist. I'm about to blow, but guess what? A person who's already in the game, if Dr. Dre stamp you, that don't necessarily mean that you gonna blow up. Now you have to live up to his stamp. Dr. Dre bring you in this game and he stamped you. How many people have Dr. Dre stamp? You know, okay, took it to the ones who took it to the next level, far as the Game and Kendrick Lamar, far as the ones he stamped. Now you got a couple other artists that he have, you know, and he was working with them, but you still have to bring that work. Mm-hmm. You have to present yourself. It's just like I could get you the interview, but you got to go get the job. Now, once you get the job, you got to live up to whoever brought you in. And if not, hey, you know what? We gotta cut ties. You know, you're a good individual, but you know, it's just not cutting it over here for you.
Yeah, I think a lot of artists make the biggest mistake following what they think is a blueprint of another artist based on social media. Because this dude is, you know, driving this car, or you see him walking with the crew to the strip club and they got stacks of money. So and I think that's a misconception of success and a blueprint to follow. Because I'm not going to, just because I see artists walking into a known strip club and they got stacks of money, that's what impressed the next rapper, instead of learning, you know what, man, I want to learn the game. You know, I want to, you know, put a social media team together. I want to, you know, make sure I got a guy that's going to book us or build relationships with the guys that got relationship with clubs. They don't look at it like that. They looking at it like, oh, I see so-and-so. You see him driving that car. Oh, man, I seen 5 and 6 of his homies walk in with stacks of money. So that's what rappers are looking at. They're not looking at the business side of it, you know.
And it's a false representation of what the industry. Don't get me wrong. The industry has its good and it has its bad.
Most definitely.
But it's all on you, the individual, to get in there and seek. Like, you know, okay, if you stand in your own lane and this is your lane, guess what? You control the speed in your own lane. You can go as fast as you want. You can slow down, and you ain't got to worry about nobody honking at you. Why? Because that's your lane. You created that lane, and this is your shit. But once you start trying to get over there, and you know you could only go the maximum speed of 60 miles per hour, but you in the fast lane to where they going 80 and plus, and you had a nerve to get mad because this person's saying something to you, or they going around you, honking the horn, hitting you with the high beams. That's because you got in a lane that has that you know you're not supposed to be in.
Yep.
You're not ready for that. You know what I mean? Stay in yours. I like the people that create their own lane and do them. Exactly. They just do them. Certain people will try to get into your lane and do what you do just to say they doing what you do. They don't really want that. They don't want to claim that name. They just want to say they doing something so other people can look at them like they doing something and they doing more than what you doing.
It's so many artists out there that's lost, you know, and if you are listening to the radio show and you are calling yourself an artist or you're a singer, producer, look, there's rules and regulations to everything you do. And there's guidelines to success. There's certain people that take different avenues, but there's definitely guidelines. So if you're an artist that goes into the studio, record music, or if you're a producer that's producing music, your next thing to do is copyright your content. You know, copyright it. You know, you got artists, they don't even have, they have the nerve to say they have a manager or they have a personal assistant. But how do you have a manager and a personal assistant and you doing music, putting music on social media, putting music on iTunes, you putting music on YouTube, and you figure that's taking care of business. This is what creating a buzz for me. No, you know, people that know how to handle business professionally, they know how to eyeball and acknowledge other professionals.
Right.
And we also know how to eyeball the guys that's talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Just because you go into the studio and do a song doesn't, it don't mean that you should. You know, some of the artists, you have the wrong people around you. Go into the studio, you recording songs, and nobody in your camp is telling you that song is boo-boo. Or the next thing you do a song that's dope. The next thing you do, oh, I just did a dope song. I'm going to leak it or I'm going to put it on this. It ain't no copyright. Oh, man, I just did that. That's a mixtape song, but it's an original song.
Right.
You know,
right.
So I mean, ask questions, man. Like, if you put a team together or a production team together, you, the artist going into the studio recording, you got the people that's going to make sure your stuff is copywritten. Then you got somebody that's going to make sure your merchandise, you know, you got a merchandise team, you got a social media team. That's when you putting a real team together to where you, the artist, can focus on doing your craft, being an artist.
See, that right there, as much as you know, we give them that information, They still want that easy route out.
Exactly.
You still got that artist that nobody wants to. Everybody wants that title, but don't want the work and responsibility behind it. So, okay, everything you just said, true indeed. But you still got the artists out there that want the people around them that's gonna tell them what they want to hear, not what they need to hear.
Exactly.
You know, just like you. Certain people scared to tell a person, nah, that ain't it, because they feel they might get booted out the camp for that.
Yep.
Well,
That's
if I
true.
open my mouth and say something, then shit, I'm not going to be a part of this no more. Certain people is just along for the ride.
Yeah, that's true.
When you look at all these camps that get formed and you look at it, I mean, you look at when Mac 10 did Who Banging, you knew the ones that was going to stick around, and you knew the ones that was just giving something
you're right.
just to give it to them. Like, motherfucker, you don't even have to appeal. You know, you don't even have to appeal the buy-in for people to even believe, okay, I know why you was giving this.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of that is going on right now. A lot of things being formed. You can see the people that's going to make it because of their work ethic, and not just their work ethic, they not counting on just this. Certain people act like you can't work and pursue your dream at the same time. Everybody wants to have that, oh, I'm a hustler mentality, or I'm a hustler rapper. I'm in a trap, I'm grinding. You not grinding. You are not grinding because you in the trap, but then can't nobody get in touch with you. Your phone off. But on your Instagram or your Facebook or your Vine, your Snapchat, you cracking. You hey, everything look like money. Oh, money ain't a thing. We in the strip club, money ain't a thing. Motherfucker, you ain't even, you know, they misleading the people that's coming up behind them too. Because you making them think that this is what I want to do it for. That's not what, and you not even doing it like you say you doing, because you really struggling. You know, and that right there, just the false representation all the way around the board is really what's becoming oversaturated.
Yeah, it is.
Because now to be a rapper, all I got to do is write a song, put it on a SoundCloud, and then take a picture, put some bullshit fun on it, and that's my album cover. Put it out. I'm done.
Yeah, because you know the social media age has given the up and coming artist or the artist, the one that's trying to pursue a career, a misconception. They think, okay, I've heard so many artists, man, I just started my label. Oh, you started your label? Is it an LLC? Did you incorporate it? No, I just started the label.
Yeah. But how did you start it?
Yeah, I said, okay. I don't go into it because once I asked the question and they said, no, I just put the label together right now. Okay, then I got to the point where I stopped trying to explain. And I'm glad we have this platform, because even you got artists that will sit and listen to us drop this information and will go on doing the same stuff that they're doing. Because I know artists right now that got songs on the radio, don't copyright their stuff, and basically like, man, I'm not listening to what Jazzy say, man. He been saying that for years. Oh, he should be rich right now. He's probably one of the smartest dudes. But look, I'm not going to compromise who I am, and I'm not going to compromise, my knowledge to be ignorant, to fit in with dummies.
Right.
And it's dudes that I feel got a lot of talent, but you just said it. They want a manager that's going to be a yes man. They get a manager that they can tell what to do, that has no knowledge. And a lot of these artists are looking for managers that's not going to be straightforward with them, and they want to tell the manager what to do. So that's not really a manager. And then they keep the crew around them that ain't going to tell them that song was boo-boo or that song ain't mixed good.
Or you don't have the right people around you.
Exactly.
You need somebody that's going to delegate. See, that's why it's no real managers out here, because when you are a manager, you have to manage that individual. You have to manage that individual's lifestyle. Why? Because when you manage that person, that helps your income as well, and then it helps your brand. Because you as a manager, if you represent a motherfucker that's a loose cannon, they gonna look at you like, damn, what kind of artists are you representing? Exactly. What type of clients do you take on? You take on clients that's just running out reckless, and you don't do no justice for them.
Exactly.
So that's why it's stay in your lane. Just because you go to the swap meet and put top-notch records or top-notch clothing, That is not a clothing line. That is not a. I've asked cats that before they go to the swap meet, get some letters on. Oh, that's your. Yeah, this mine. I own this.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what you own? Yeah, I own. Yeah, you can't own that font.
Yeah.
That's everybody's
Exactly.
font. And you when you speak that language to them, certain people they have like wouldn't nobody want me around because I want them to do it the right way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then by you doing it the right way, it's steps that you have to go through and, getting your shit right. Get quality shit. I mean, I've dealt with it before with homies, with whether it's, close family, like family friends of the family, shit like that. Like when you tell them how much something costs, they try to put you on the same platform as somebody that's selling some cheap shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought this was, it's cats, man, you sell some sweatshirts, hats, whatever. I have my brand. But they expect to get something lowball because you the homie.
Exactly.
Oh, well, damn, I thought your shit was this much, man. Oh, that's too much. How is it too much? But you'll go purchase something from somebody you don't know with some cheap-ass garment for $60. But when you hit them with $40, oh, that's too much. But when you look at how detailed it is and everything, they still... Oh, well, shit, I didn't know it was that much. See, when they see how it is and they see the investment and they see what it take, they want the easy route out.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be this and we could flip this and everything would be cool. You teach them the right way to do it, they still find some way to do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
With the wrong outcome.
And it falls back into people staying in their lane. But the sad thing is you got certain individuals that's influenced and impressed by ignorance. That means if you come around and you really know, okay, this is how you trademark the logo.
Right.
It's like, oh, I got to trademark the logo and I started the company already, but you still want to, lock into the ownership of the logo. But see, you might say something around that person that's influencing this guy that's trying to really learn.
Right.
And you like that guy that's telling him that really don't know, don't want you around because like you giving up too much game.
Yeah.
So it all falls back to, everybody wants to be somebody, but nobody wants to take the time to learn
Exactly.
what they trying to be.
Exactly.
So I learned to just fall back, man, because it's crazy.
Man, who you telling?
I start seeing, why am I the person that's, these guys are intimidated by us because we're just telling the truth. They like, oh man, Jazzy, man. I've heard people tell me I give up too much game. Then artists that's not represented, like, I'm cool. I'm like, okay, this is a manager. But then about a month later, they say, yeah, so-and-so ain't managing me no more. But man, every time you used to come around, he didn't want me around you. I'm like, I know manager protocol. I'm not going to give and talk to somebody else's artist. But when I put something on the internet or when I speak, artists start asking their managers questions. That's just the way it is. Because I'm telling the artists, man, copyright your stuff. Or if you are up and coming clothing, putting your own clothing company together or putting your brand together, I could tell you certain things to get it going. But as far as me, like you just said, I can't tell them where to go get that quality shirt and all that. I can't speak on that because that's not my lane.
No, but
I'm like, bam.
But that's what we got now. You got that one person that, oh, I know that. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Know what, man? I know. Oh, that he get his shit over here. No, because everything is a competition. Nobody really want to work together.
That's what it is.
Everything is a competition. They want to outdo you to this and outdo you to that. But the thing is, me, I take pride into the shit that I do. So you're not gonna outdo me at what I do because this is what I do. Now, if you got a machine behind you and you could pump it out a certain way, then yeah, but guess what? That machine behind you, now you have a roster of employees that you're gonna have too if you got a machine behind you. I'm self-employed with that. I have to answer to myself. Something go bad, I gotta eat that. It do good, I still, not that I wouldn't. I've given opportunities to a lot of people. Like, hey, look, let's do this and sit. Certain people was receptive to it. A lot of them fell back. Didn't. But a lot of people will fall back, and they think a lot of people just really think, you can't be slicker than a slicker. They think they gonna come around you to soak up some game, then go off and do it on their own. But guess what? If a person masters something, I could give you my idea all I want to. You know, I could give you an idea that I had, but guess what? You're not going to be able to execute my idea like me, because that's my idea.
Exactly.
I'm going to execute it because I know it from top to bottom. That's my blueprint. You might go try to mimic it, but guess what? It's not going to come out like mine. And, you know, instead of a person really joining you, a lot of people don't know how to join you.
No, they don't, because, see, you can't go into something with everybody being your competition. That's just like I almost said the dude now, I don't want to put his name out there, but this dude said he had a clothing line. Hey, Jazzy, I want you to help me, you know, with my clothing line. I'm like, well, you know what? That's not really my lane. I could show you how to structure, you know, put it together and get the right, you know, paperwork on it. But as far as me telling you where to go get the, you know, the clothing and, you know, this and that, I can tell you how to trademark your logo, set up your company if you want to do a LLC, you know, a partnership. And he's like, okay. So he never did that. Next time I see him, I went on and got my company together. So I'm thinking, okay, he listened at least to what I said, right? So he says, but I'm looking for sponsors. I'm like, okay, you put your company together already and you're looking for sponsors. And he come to say, I said, so did you lock your logo in? No. What I did, I just went on and put the company together. I said, did you LLC it or do the corporation? No. I'm thinking, okay, this is where the foo-foo, the dumb shit come in. Because, okay, say you do find somebody to want to invest in your company. How much of a percentage you going to give them when there's no percentage set up? Your company has no value.
Right.
I'm like, so you said you want a company to endorse your company. What's the difference between sponsorship and endorsement? I don't know. I'm like, well, when you came to me 6 months ago and you said we were going to do this, that's the, you know, what I brought to the table, you know, then, oh, you know what, Jazzy, I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, what? You came to me 6 months ago. Now you just come to me again saying you put it together. And what if somebody shows interest in your company or your so-called company and they want to invest in it? What percentage of nothing can you give them? You don't have nothing.
Well,
oh, man. And then I'd be thinking to myself, what are these dudes thinking about?
100% of nothing
Is nothing.
Is still nothing. Now, I've had a few people I asked that question to.
Mm-hmm.
They 100% of nothing is what?
Trying to figure it out.
I'm like, how do you
Even
I mean,
think
100% of nothing is nothing. Mm-mm. Now, the only thing it is it's a lot of bullshit. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not even going to get that to the bulls. The animals don't deserve that. Mm-hmm. This is human shit. Mm-hmm. But if you put a small piece of shit, if you accept a small piece of shit and you magnify it, it's just going to turn into some big shit.
Bigger piece of shit.
That's just a bigger piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got a bigger piece of shit that you got to deal with, that's all you going to keep
Mm-hmm.
forming. That's all you going to keep forming. It's you can't put shit in an area and think it's not going to drown out the good smell. You know what I mean?
And when you put piece of shit ass people around you and say you do wind up getting some form of success and you do wind up blowing up, that means you just made that piece of shit around you a bigger piece of shit because he don't know what he's doing. You brought him around. He don't know how to go into a meeting and speak on your behalf. If you have to go to another city or another state and you say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make it back by Wednesday. Can you go in there and sit in on that meeting for me?
Right.
You don't know that piece of shit that you got around you can spoil opportunity for you.
Yeah.
He go in sagging, going in smelling like weed and talking ignorant, so he just spoiled an opportunity for you that might have changed your life and your family's life. So, get the right people around you, get the people that know their lane, know what position they play, because I've seen it numerous times where this guy, oh, that's my manager. The manager is banging on people, going in meetings, not knowing how to articulate professionally or, intelligently, going in there, talking to these people that he got his hand out that can potentially help him. He talking to them, telling them what he want. It don't work like that.
And you know what? That individual could be good at something,
exactly,
but just not that. I advise it. I mean, this is my personal opinion. For those who listening, if you, upcoming or you even trying to establish something to work with people, don't look at what you see on TV and go and say, oh, okay, well, this is what it needs to be. This is how I need to be, or I'm trying to be like them, because that's what it is. They trying to be like everybody. So with that being said, the best people out there is going to be the people that's good enough to put people in positions and delegate their positions properly.
Exactly.
That's the only way you're going to have an effective team is if you an owner, you get you a coach. Then you get you an assistant coach and you get players.
Yep.
Once you do that and everybody plays their role, you have a good team.
Yep.
You don't need that owner that wants to be the coach, the assistant coach,
And
everything else. It's just not. That's not going to be a good team because it's favoritism going to be coming somewhere. But we're going to continue this after we go on this break on Eastside Radio.
Side.
Just feels so good. It just feels so good. Yeah. Up here, you are now tuned in to the double C, D, C, CD double C, backwards. This that fresh off the porch, flick of the cigarette, jointing the ashtray, niggas asking who killing it. Coming from the land that'll dust ya, and I got a city full of niggas that'll rush ya, but you can't trust her. Nigga on your right, cause that nigga on your left, he'll dump your own sight, and he ain't live life before he take your life. He only 14 without a future or a dream. Is it the white man's scheme or a scheme of our own to brainwash our youth and have them crippin' on their own? A new debt to society. To stay drunk, no sobriety. It's time to come clean. Fake OGs really lied to me. Had me on some bullshit. Before I pulled the trigger, should've told me this was bullshit. The truth is, always in the pudding. A boy in the hood, but ain't shit Cuba Gooding. The moral of my story is, I live my life way ruthless, but niggas think life is just easy. Cause I grew up in the era with niggas that knew better. Whole city blue, so I'm reppin' the third letter. Past don't regret that. 2 times bet that. The set, I'ma rep that. Disrespect and wet that, nigga.
Yeah. This that fly helicopter shit. Look at the success of the niggas that ain't followers. That played out format was laid out. Put a blower in your pocket, my nigga, walk out the house. No names, just monikers. And most only tough when they mounted up. Why you gotta bluff about your gangster, bruh? Bang, bang, fuck fame, they living for a gold chain. Them niggas cocaine, soft like ice cream. You better off with hoop dreams. Niggas so lost like it's the routine. Be your own boss, that's 2G. CD, Snell, C. Think of being
Yo, and we're back.
Eastside Radio.
Responding. But yeah, I'm back to you know what we was rapping about. That right there, man, when you able to delegate roles and positions, things play out a little bit more. You know, if you got a person that's in control of your music, they in control of your videos, they in control of your clothing, they in control of your it could be anything, your merch. You got one person doing all that, it's not gonna be right. Why? Because they got too much on their plate. Now, if all they doing is putting the people in position and they making their rounds to go make sure, okay, did this get printed up? How's this looking? Okay, boom. All right, now did we get the contracts here? How's this looking? Okay, how the video coming along? We get the locations going. But if you got to go scout out locations and you need to put an approval on a logo, that's you doing too much. You spreading yourself thin. Then everybody gonna be pissed off at you, and everybody wants to be that one man show. Now, a lot of times I'm like that, but it's by choice because you present something to somebody, they always want to jump on it after the fact. Once they see you successful with it, then you have the ones that hate on you like, oh, he ain't doing shit, or fuck him, I don't fuck with him. That's cool too, because for you to not fuck with me, you fucked with me at a point in time, and for whatever reason you don't fuck with me, it's a personal thing. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So that right there, that's still drive too though, because whether they fuck with you or not, it's letting you know that you had some type of effect on them in their life. Because it's a lot of people that I know I've been an influence, especially with whether it's clothing or music. It's certain homies that I got that's my homies, and even people that I know really trying to do it, I don't steer them wrong. The only thing is you could give information to somebody and they don't be receptive to it. You give them something. Look, I'm gonna do this for you right here. This tight right here. Boom, run with it. I do that sometimes to see how people gonna run with it. But then it could be anything. It could be however you look. It could be a beat. It could be a song. It could be, a logo. It could be a design. But they'll go with the bullshit design over something that you doing for them for free. And not understanding what you trying to do to them. Like, look, you have to cut these people off. Yeah. When you up here and you hanging with people that's down here, when you the sharpest knife in the motherfucking in the drawer, and you hanging around a lot of butter knives, guess what? Your steak knife is gonna become dull.
Yep.
You gonna be dull. When you the sharpest tool in the shed, you need to find another shed or go, get out that motherfucker and just be by yourself.
A good friend of mine told me one time, and he made a lot of sense. And he said it to me, and I had to kind of let it marinate and sink in. He said, man, you're a very intelligent dude, man. He said, but you surround yourself with people that don't want to accept the game that you give them. And
exactly.
I'm like, okay. And then he said that some people purpose on earth, no matter how much game you give them, no matter if you see them doing wrong and you pull them to the side and sit them down and tell them everything, and they'll still get up and go out and do exactly what you told them not to do. So you said you got born leaders and you got born followers. That means the follower, his only position on earth and in life is to stay a follower, not to start off as a person that's learning and then he get the game and he teach the next person. I said, you know what? He right, man, because it's certain people that I know that's in the business and been in the game for a long time. And everybody that know me from my interest in this thing, I've been telling the youngsters, hey, man, do this, do that. And some of the dudes is still out there stuck on stupid. So I'm glad we have a platform like this. And it's only certain individuals that I target and talk to them on the phone. Because I used to spend hours on the phone talking to people that did not deserve my time.
Yeah, because all they was doing was soaking it up and trying to see how they could apply it to themselves and cut you out. Yeah, they want to outdo you.
They don't look at me as being the big bro that's looking out. Now, there's shouts out to all my soldiers out there that hit me up in my DMs and tell me, Jazzy, I appreciate. It's cats that I don't even really know that email me that I've never met and I don't know their name, but I'll get an email or I'll get a DM saying, Jazzy, that post you posted, man, I felt like you was talking to me. I went and copywrote my music. He said, I wasn't one to write my music, Jazzy. And that BDS post you put, man, shouts out to those cats that seen what I was doing and what my heart was, and they took it and ran with it without even knowing me.
Right.
But I got cats that I know, Bam, that I be on them. Hey, man, Jazzy, I just signed with so-and-so. Why would you do that? I just signed this digital thing. I'm like, why would you do that when I told you can go do that on your own?
Right.
Oh, man, I did. And then they coming backstepping. Man, Jazzy, you told me that about a year ago, man. And then somebody else told them, and that, oh, you know what, man, I'm going to do that. I told you that 3 years ago.
But if you look at it, it's certain people that want that one up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, trying out, like it might be people that's, whether certain people receptive to it and they not, but I know the ones that have been receptive to anything that I told them, no, I ain't told them nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. If I don't know it, I'm gonna make sure I figure it out with them, or I get them to the people that I never claim to know everything. Mm-hmm. I know what works for me and what works in a lot of different on different platforms, but everybody is going to do things differently. The way I do something, you might do it differently, but the outcome going to be the same thing.
Exactly.
Long as the outcome is success, we headed in the same direction. But the outcome don't be success sometimes. The outcome is watch. I'm gonna do that shit way better than him. Watch, I'm gonna shit on his shit, but you really not. You shitting on yourself.
And what they fail to realize, Bam, and not to cut you off, what they very seldom seem to see is, okay, say, we the most intelligent, fruits in the basket, we the most intelligent ones and we bring value to what they do. But some people think because, okay, you went and got that deal and they gave you $500,000, that's over, they ain't getting that kind of money, but, they got this deal. Instead of thinking, okay, we bring this people on, we put this team together, we're going to be successful together. They don't know. If you get the deal and your business is not right, you're not going to reap the benefits of that money that you got. Now, I come in, I know when I get into a position or that same position that they got in, we're going to win because we know how to manage money. The company is going to want to work with us because we make their job easy. We got a person to do the social media. They say, oh, we got a social media department. Oh, you know what? We won't need that budget for that. We got a social media department. Oh, we got somebody that'll set up your merchandising. You know what? Thank you, but we got a person that's doing our merchandising. Oh, we do the licensing and the copyrights and all that. Okay, we'll use your relationships, but we got somebody in our camp that does all the paperwork for that. You know what? They're going to want to work with us, period, because they say this team has their game together. All these dudes talking about they this, they that. I just started this company, and they just because you put it on a shirt don't mean that's your company.
Oh, no, right. I mean, like I say, if more people start coming together and really biting the bullet and saying, you know what, and stop fronting like they know what the fuck they doing, and really get together with the people that know what they doing, that don't do nothing but make you look better.
Exactly.
I would rather put the people in position and look. It's a lot of things that I've done for people and put people in position. And even to this day, I don't be wanting credit for it. I don't go, certain people come at me, hey, bam, you did it. No, I ain't do that. Knowing I did, but certain people just want to do it because sometimes they undermining the people who I done it for. If you do something for somebody, a motherfucker, so it's different forms of hate. They hating the fact that them people fuck with me like that and they can get something from me. And on top of that, whether it's information, knowledge, whatever it may be, but if they do it, they undermining that person by saying that they couldn't do it for themselves or you couldn't come up with nothing like that. It's too skillful for you. You know what I mean? And that right there, that's just stupid. That's why it's never no money being made within these communities amongst us because everybody wants to backbite this person, talk shit about this person, undermine this person's ability of thinking or skill craft, and basically, what is it that you here for?
Well, see, another thing too, you got to understand, we don't, and I'm saying we, but people don't look at the power, the strong, there's power in numbers.
No, right.
Because I've heard, I got some, I wouldn't say they're my buddies, but I come to studio sessions and talk to guys, and some of the guys be like, Jazz, I'm going to shoot this to you. Could you do this for me? And I come, and I've heard people from Pomona or somebody from, Moreno Valley that's putting their team together. Oh man, them niggas in LA, they ain't doing it like this. Instead of saying, man, I want to see who the poppinest movement in Long Beach. I want to get with the poppinest movement in Ventura. Instead of competing, there's friendly competition and everything. But if you want to be successful, everybody have their dream about signing a major label or to a major deal. If you get the poppinest, it might be 40 or 50 dudes that's really doing their thing in Pomona. Me, as the go-getter I'm going to go out there and build a relationship with them. Then I want to say, man, who popping in Long Beach? A real movement that's doing what we say we doing. We go and we get with them. If they doing something somewhere, you got South Central, you got Watts, you got Pomona, you got the Valley. We all go. When you start doing that, we start supporting each other. Then your merchandise start moving. And then you got fans that want to be involved in that. And hey,
and it's a blind effect when people sit back. I look at it like that too. If you got 5 different movements, but the movement's looking like now this movement is starting to look like it's gangbang affiliated to the point to where it originated from, they don't even see where it originated from. You got to go back and do your history where it originated from, and that was the platform right there. But at the end of the day, you lose certain supporters because certain people want to support you, but then, I don't want to wear that shirt because they might get me shot because these people over here, like, they movement is aggressive, and they now you got this blood movement over here, and if I get this movement, are they gonna think I'm a When everybody is together, you doing shows together, you forcing them to buy into y'all movement.
Exactly.
You forcing them into it. Like, okay, well, you know what? I'm fucking with them. I'm gonna get this shirt, and that shirt, and they won't think that they buying into some gangster shit.
Yeah, and that's where I think we dropped the ball as leaders. We dropped the ball as entertainers. We dropped the ball as just individuals not seeing the big picture. You have to see the big picture in anything you do in order for
and listeners.
Yeah, and listeners, because a football team is not going to win Super Bowls just because of the quarterback. That quarterback got to throw that ball to the wide receiver or hand that ball to the running back, and that hiker got to be on point when he hiked that ball and it hit that quarterback's hand. So all I'm saying is there's positions and there's lanes for all of us, and we can't look at everybody as competition, man. We got to look, okay, sometimes it's cool to get with that. If you are promoting a shirt, you don't, I just look at it, man, and this business is 10% talent and 90% business. So if you're not building the relationships that's going to further your career, you're going to stay in the same position,
And hey, man, we can go on and on, but, our time is up. Y'all see what Eastside Radio is about, voice of the streets. We speak what we speak. And, if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Tune in next week, though, because we will be here the same time, same channel, same day, same everything. Eastside Radio.
Jazzy.
Talk Eastside Radio @gmail.com. Email us whatever y'all want us to talk about. Yeah.
And we own it. Peace.
I was raised in a different way. When I wake up in the morning, it's a different day. And things ain't always what it seems. They got a polyester vision with a cotton ball dream. Y'all not on my team, I'm on my own. I see the whole court run the one-man zone. Point guard of the streets, I pass the ball. Gotta play selfish so I don't pass at all. Things done changed, feeling like the Matrix. Rap game ain't so easy to make it. My soul still here, it ain't easy to tempt me. Seem like the West Coast fighting for a Quincy Jones. Gotta pick a bone for the deal. Bend over and you will get the keys to the Bentley. They put it out there, we all see the real. A lot of rappers like to get their ego stroked gently.
We play, no, we are not the same. We are not the same. And I know, cause I can tell by your ways. What they doing for the fame. That shit crazy. And I know, I gotta look the other way. In this game we play.
See, when I speak, then I'm spoken on. When I go against the grain, then I'm crazy for it. And I don't let another man make me, cause even in my sleep, I can see who hate me. Back to the basics, tell me what you're rapping for. Sandman, call me Gregory Hines, what you tapping for? Speaking reality, everybody getting signed. Say that they ballin', but they got a set salary. 3-figure deals, boss wanna own the rights. Say everything you're right, just to cheat you out your meal. Fake boss on me, we in the same boat. I don't come from a coat, just a product of a loaf. Just wanna live wealthy, but dealing with these man-made bitches in the industry, that shit ain't